All right, guys, the Red Army. 10 million soldiers still in Europe. All right, the Red Army, that's the Russian army. They're still going to leave 10 million soldiers hanging around in Europe. They don't go away after the war. And the second front delay. So the USA is going to get to Germany and Britain too after the Soviets. The Soviets are going to dominate towards the Germans. They're not nice to them at all. Lots of atrocities committed. German citizens really not treated well by Soviet soldiers. And there's a general distrust towards the rest of the Allies. Even though the USA and Britain and France make a deal with these Soviets to try to end the war, the entire time there's definitely a little distrust between them. Okay, post-war goals. USA and Britain. U.S. and this is Roosevelt's policies, even though he passed away right before the end of the war. Peaceful world, an open trade, and self-determination. What does that mean? He wants no wars. He wants open trade, countries be able to trade without anybody else causing problems. And self-determination. That means countries should be able to do whatever they want to do. AKA, that's kind of an end of imperialism, right? We want bigger countries to stop telling little countries what to do. Britain and Churchill. Balance of power in Europe. That's all he wants. He just wants the European countries to go. The USSR, or aka the Soviet Union. Stalin wants a buffer zone. Stalin wants room between him and the rest of Europe. A little breathing room, if you will. He doesn't want to be bothered by anybody. A weak Germany. So after World War I, if you remember the Treaty of Versailles, they kept Germany weak. That actually leads to the rise of Hitler. However, Stalin still wants to keep Germany weak and punish them for the war. These guys don't really want to punish Germany anymore because they've realized that probably will just lead to another rise of a dictator. And control of Eastern Europe. Soviets want to control many Eastern European countries. All right, Soviets move on Eastern Europe. So with that point, Albania and Yugoslavia, might have been Yugo at the time, are independent but pro-Soviet. So that's going to be Yugoslavia is down here, Albania is down here. Installs governments in Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania. So Romania, Bulgaria, where is Hungary? Hungary, I believe, is somewhere up. That's right there. Sorry, Hungary is down there. And barred free elections in Poland, which, if you remember, that really goes against self-determination. So even though Poland's not technically a satellite state, it kind of is. It's weird. So all these countries, even though they're independent countries, they're really just part of the Soviet Union. Their governments answer to the Soviet Union government. Yeah. All right. So the last thing, Truman takes a stand. Remember President Truman? I should have put a picture of him. Pull him up. President Truman takes over after President Roosevelt dies a couple months before the war ends. Here's a picture of our main man, Harry Truman here. I think it was the first color picture of a president. That's him. Doing on the fly there. Sorry. So he viewed Poland as a violation of self-determination, as we talked about. No appeasing. So unlike with Hitler, where they kept giving in to him, he's not going to back down with Stalin and let him have the things that he wants. He feels this is a threat to the U.S. economy, and 6 million Polish voters are in the USA for the next election. Not saying that was motivation, but he possibly could have done it. All right, guys, so this is going to be the end. I know there's 3 separate videos because there's a 5-minute limit on these. Please check out the questions and the guided notes. If you have any questions, send me an email, and we'll try this out. I know we haven't done this before. I may rely on this if this works out, rather than giving you guys readings. All right. This is Mr. K. Have a good day, guys. Bye.